Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on what part of the world you're watching from. Welcome back to the West Ham Network. This is your all you need to know ahead of the West Ham under-18s FA Youth Cup final against Arsenal, which takes place this evening, 7 p.m. kickoff. 7,000 fans, 7,000 West Ham fans are going to be rocking up. I had a ticket. I had to give it away, unfortunately. I had a wisdom tooth taken out, but I will not be one of the fans there. But I know our fans will be singing loud and proud and supporting this young team through this vital game they have in North London at the Emirates Stadium against Arsenal. Now, Kevin Keane's young side will face their first FA Cup, Youth Cup final appearance since 1999 and will take on an Arsenal team that will be led by, yes, you have heard me correct, Jack Wilshere, who saw off Manchester City in the semi-finals and will take home advantage at the Emirates Stadium. Nonetheless, West Ham are in immense form this season. The squad have secured the under-18s Premier League South Division title, winning 18, yes, you have heard me right, 18 of our 21 league matches. And we come into this Youth Cup final on the back of a 3-1 win away to Leicester City on Saturday. And in the FA Youth Cup, Kevin Keane's side earned our place in the final thanks to a quartet of away wins, which led us to the semi-final clash at the London Stadium. We saw off Sheffield United 3-1 before Christmas, before beating Burnley 1-0 in the fourth round, thanks to George Earthey's late strike. We then won in the last 16 as we earned an away win at Stoke City, thanks to a fantastic display up front, running out 4-1 winners in the game before a frantic and thrilling 4-2 extra time win away to Ipswich Town in the quarterfinals. That earned us a home draw, which presented itself against at the London Stadium, and Southampton travelled to the London Stadium for the last four. Devin Mubama, as you can see there, got himself a fantastic hat-trick in that game, and it inspired West Ham to a 6-1 win in front of 7,000 spectators at the London Stadium. So what else motivation do you need to keep an eye on this game? Now, listen, West Ham have won the FA Youth Cup on 3 occasions since the tournament has arrived, last time being back in 1999. But the first time we did win it was back in the 62-63 season when we defeated Liverpool 6-5 across 2 legs, before the second trophy was lifted in the 1980 and 81 campaign after a 2-1 aggregate over the Spuds. But the most recent win, as you can see here, was in the 98-99 season when West Ham beat Coventry City 9-0, a record score across 2 legs with a team that contained Joe Cole, Michael Carrick, as you can see in some of those pictures there, captain Izzy Aripkin and Bertie Braley. West Ham have also been runner-up on 4 occasions in this tournament. Now, this season's FA Youth Cup is open for players who were born on or after the first and before 1st of September 2007. So the head coach, Kevin Keane, will be able to call on the likes of this man, Devin Mubama. I mean, what do we need to say about this guy? He has came into the fold in the under-21s, in the under-18s, and has obviously bagged himself a debut goal for West Ham in the Conference League, and he deserved it as well. Absolutely, he did. So he'll be able to call on him. George Earthey as well, an exciting prospect, a young, exciting midfielder who can definitely travel through the ranks from the back and make a progression of attack moving forward as well. Next up would be Caelan Casey. He's a towering ball playing centre back, capable of playing the ball from the back line and reads the game really, really well for a young centre back. And then finally, Regan Clayton, because we'll come on to other players in a second, but he's a left back who has got an unbelievable bit of pace on him as well down that left-hand side. So some good quality young players coming through the ranks as well. Now, the next player who's one I've got a keen eye on, who I find has got a really good prospect, is this guy, the captain, Gideon Kadu. If you watch the game against Southampton, you'll see how much he dominated in the middle of the park and moving forward. Now, he is officially a skillful right winger, but he can cover many positions in the team. He actually really does genuinely remind me of a bit of a Yaya Toure type player. quite exciting actually as an attacker. He loves getting forward, but he also gets stuck in the middle of the park. So this is an exciting prospect. Callum Marshall as well is another one to keep an eye on. I mean, he's banging in goals for West Ham, left, right, and centre, and he does not stop when he gets on the go. He loves banging in the goals for our club since he joined us as well. And alongside Mubama, he in the three long pronged attack in the last 8 win at Stoke City, and the quarter-final victory at Ipswich Town and the semi-final against Southampton, I think Kevin Keane may be tempted to go with that trio of Kadu, Marshall, and Mubama, because that is going to frighten many defences, and the prospect does certainly look bright. Definitely does look bright. Now, the situation with our current goals tally is that Marshall is leading the way on goals this season for the under-18s. He's netted 20 in 21 outings. Kadu himself has got 14 in this current campaign. Mubama has got 13 goals in just 9 under-18 matches this season, whilst I have not mentioned this man, Lewis Orford, has got 10 goals for this current campaign. Lewis Orford is a midfielder, an exciting prospect again, who only recently signed a long-term kind of contract with the club as well. Now, when it comes to the opposition, we need to have a look and see. And I suppose really they've had a long-lasting list of players that have come through the line of the transition from the youth into the first-team squad. They have now been joined by Jack Wilshere, who will be leading the line for the academy since he gave up and hung up his boots in football. Now he's been involved as the current 18s lead coach, and his first season in charge has seen Arsenal 18s pick up 20 points from 20 games played, and it meant that a campaign of learning really for Arsenal, you could say, and they have struggled for a little bit of consistency in the league. But the North London youngsters have as many wins in the under-18 Premier League South as they do in the FA Youth Cup, and it's in the Cup that the side has really shined, scoring 16 goals in their 5 previous rounds on the way to the final. 6-0 victory at home to Millwall in December in the third round was followed by away wins against Newcastle and Watford, and the last 8 match against Cambridge ended 3-2 to Arsenal before Wilshere's team went into the game against Manchester City, probably the underdogs, and beat them 2-1 in the semi-finals to reach the final. Now, a player that we need to keep an eye on in this game is this guy, Mario Cozier Dubry, who scored 5 goals in 5 FA Youth Cup appearances this season for Arsenal. Now, listen, what we need to do is not take them for any mugs, because they have produced some amount of talent and are still doing it now. Saka, Smith Rowe, and Keshia are teams that they've brought through the ranks more recently, but you just have to go through their long list of players that they've brought through in the past. Ashley Cole, Mark Keown, Tony Adams, Chesney, Fabregas, long list of many players that have come through their ranks. But we are going to be there, backing the lads from the start, and I can't wait to be watching this game tomorrow. Sing loud and proud if you're going to the game. I'm buzzing for you going to the game. I'm buzzing at these fans. It's a shame it's in theory home territory for the lads at Arsenal, but I'm confident that we can do a job and get the job done. And what a bloody good time that would be, and what a good thing, and what a good prospect for the future we've got with this young side pushing through the ranks. I hope you've enjoyed that. That's all you need to know ahead of the West Ham under-18s versus Arsenal under-18s FA Youth Cup final. Let's hope that we're talking about this famous victory, and these players have got the pathway to the first team squad. Thanks for watching, of course, and come on, you Irons.